Okay, everybody, looks like we're going to go ahead and get into game number 5. Liaison. Are you ready?
I am ready to go. We got ourselves another ZVZ, it looks like.
Yes, indeed. So this will be on Waystation. Cross your fingers for, I don't know. Do you prefer the
For
long,
which, I was gonna say,
long
where are you
position?
going with
I don't know. I swear, we casted probably, I don't know, 30 games on this map, and I think we had the close spawn positions like twice.
Well, we've got them here.
Oh, yeah. So
In the bottom left-hand corner, I'll just jump into the introductions.
okay.
For Crossfire Gaming, looking to, I guess, tack on an extra point in the standings, because, again, we play all 5 regardless. It is the Blue Zerg Kipi.
Kipi! And spawning in the upper right-hand corner in the red trunks for Imperative Gaming, everybody, BeRad.
So do you think that's like a command? Like he's telling you to be rad? Or do you think his name is Brad? What do you think?
That's a great point. I didn't even think about that. I mean, the B and the R are capitalized to make you think that they're like 2 separate words, but I don't know.
Meanwhile, we've got we've got a 9 pool coming out from Kipi.
Oh, he's just like, you know what? I ain't fooling around with this. We're just going.
He's
for
clearly not having the same discussion in his mind that we're having on stream right now.
Yeah, he's just like
About BeRad.
Yeah, he's like, this guy ain't that rad. I'm gonna screw him up with some zerglings.
He's gonna try. He's gonna try, and it looks like are we gonna see a hatch burst here?
Oh my gosh, we are.
Yes, we are.
Holy cow! Oh, that's like build order loss right there. I mean,
we'll see. It's gonna come down to the drone micro. There are a couple pockets, like those little mineral pockets, but I mean these lings are out. The pool hasn't even started.
yeah, I mean, I think I screwed up a little bit and forgot to switch the cameras a little later, but it's okay.
That's okay.
We're
they
back.
Got the radio broadcast.
Yeah,
of
they
the
got the
9
radio
pool
broadcast of like the minimal thing. I'm just gonna show them the spawning pool again and zoom up on it just because why not?
There you go.
But anyways,
You can compare the spawning pool just starting, the spawning pool being done.
Yes.
And that's all you really need to know.
Yes, pretty much.
About
so
what's happened so far.
yeah, so hatchery. Oh my gosh. So yeah, Ling's headed straight across the field. Kippy's like, gotta get some damage done.
Do you just go right into the main here if you're Kipi, or do you focus down this natural hatch?
That's a good question, because obviously if you let the natural finish, your opponent's gonna have probably a little bit better production. Actually, I think I like this choice. Kippy's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and send a couple into the main to see if I can, like, you got to be very careful not to let too many of those drones get surrounded.
Drone's coming down, though, to try and deny the Ling, I guess, cancel on the hatch. Oh, this is not a good fight here for BeRad.
Yeah, I know. It needs to be very, very careful. Actually, with that hatchery almost halfway down, yeah.
Lots and lots of drones going down here. That is not the fight BeRad wanted.
Yes, definitely not. Lots of drones going down. And quite honestly, with 12 Lings on the way, BeRad should be able to hold this off. I mean, there's only 6 decents around. Looks like Kippy's just like going
More
for
drones dying, though.
Yeah, going for the blood, that's for sure. But yeah, I don't know. Kippy's kind of like backed out of it at this point. Really no Lings flooding across the map. So he's got to be a little bit...
He's got to be...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be careful about the counterattack. I know that's probably exactly where you were going with this.
Exactly.
As he brings his drone right back. As he brings his drone back, and 2 queens, he can just block the ramp. So he's got this all figured out. He knows what he needs to do, and with more Lings on the way as well, I think he's in a pretty good spot. But remember that natural hatch is done for BeRad.
Yeah, so obviously he's got that extra production going down, and that is definitely going to be a little bit of a loss for him. Granted, there is no queen, so so not too terribly big of an issue. He will need to be starting to think about getting his hatchery down ASAP, because obviously definitely wants to not be too terribly far behind.
Yeah, and extra spine crawlers going down for BeRad. Just extra care being taken here, even with all those Lings out. He says, you know what? That was pretty unpleasant. I would rather not go through that again.
Now, at this point, you know, Kipi has been on gas for a fair amount of time. He's going to just now start his speed, would be my guess, as there it goes down. You know, his speed is going to be fairly ahead of anything that BeRad's going to be coming out with, considering gases haven't even been taken.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, we saw the build order, well, you know, advantage for Kipi early on with that early pool. We might be seeing it again here, where he's just going to have Lings with speed and Banelings against slow Lings and Spine Crawlers.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like there needs to be a lot more Spine Crawlers in order to, like, minimize the amount of damage that could potentially come out of Kipi here really, really quickly. And quite honestly, with the hatchery finishing up, I mean, the queens are already done. We still don't have a queen at BeRad's natural, which is actually really surprising. I kind of would have expected that going down a lot quicker.
It's just popped out now, so.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to finish about the same time that the hatchery is going to be finished, so they're going to be pretty much on equal production at this point. So.
Yeah, but again, you're looking at, you know, the gases just being taken here for BeRad and speed being 15 seconds away for Kipi.
Yeah, I mean, and even the Roach Warren still got, you know, another 25 seconds, so it's like, okay,
and look at all these Banelings and Lings morphing in the middle of the map.
Baby. Yeah, he's just like, okay, going for some more blood. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Kipi came to play, and the supply block, the Queen killed an Overlord in the middle of the map and supply block BeRad.
Oh, boy. Yeah,
bad to worse here.
Yeah, so Baneling's coming in here. You're going to try and get some damage done. Will try and maybe focus. Oh, no, he's going straight into the main with that. And all the Lings just...
But again, look, Speedlings against Slowlings.
Yeah, and with a couple of those Banelings more getting in, actually into the main, a lot of damage going down, and it looks like there's going to be more or less a full surround on all of these drones. Drones dying left and right, and with the first queen going down, yeah, this is rough. Very rough.
Yeah, BeRad certainly looking like he's in trouble. Hold position used on these drones to try and minimize the surface area that the Lings can, I guess, get around them on, but has the damage been done here? The Roaches will come out to clean everything up, but if you look at the drone count, it's 33-14 in favor of our blue Zerg Kipi. And with Spine Crawlers coming down at his natural in order to deflect the oncoming Roaches, which are pretty much the counterattack, fingers crossed, hope it works for BeRad.
Yeah.
You know, it's looking pretty good for our Crossfire Zerg.
Yeah, I'm going to say this, you know, it will really boil down to this single engagement. If this doesn't get any damage done as far as the economy is concerned, I would say, yeah, BeRad is just in a world of hurt. Granted, Roaches are just now on the way, and actually he's going to go straight. It's like, you know what? I'm not even going to deal with that naturally. You know, I just so yeah. So Roach is going to get in, pick off this first queen, and you know, Kipi's trying to hold on and minimize all the damage possible. Ling's coming out, trying to get some damage done. And yeah, actually, with these Roaches popping out, there's just barely more Roaches coming from BeRad. So who will get it? Who's got the better micro?
And Kipi just made a round of drones instead of more units here.
That's actually really surprising. Granted, Kipi is actually going to go ahead and push this out. I mean, only a handful
That's actually very surprising.
Yeah, with only a handful of drones lost, I'd say that could not have gone better. I mean, yeah. I
will say, to Brad's credit, he droned behind this, and now with this next round of drones popping out, should only be about 5 drones behind his opponent. So, not terrible, but again, we look at the tech and we see the +1 starting, and the layer done, and the Roach speed starting, whereas, you know, on BeRad's side, none of that is even a thought at the moment. It's just survival. Kipi continues to use these small advantages to put himself in a better and better position.
Yeah, and quite honestly, the one thing that Kipi really got done that BeRad wasn't able to accomplish is both queens were taken out, which means he was on hatchery production. No queens, no nothing, just hatchery. So six units every, 45 to a minute time period?
Not a lot, let's put it that way.
So yeah, Kipi feeling pretty good. Going to go actually ahead and take his third base, which not too terribly surprised by that. Yeah, just really nicely executed by Kipi.
Yeah, there's not much to really deter him from doing that, and now he's going to basically go for a Roach, you know, speed +1 timing either push or poke. I'm inclined to believe it's more just kind of like a poke to see what's going on, and then he'll see that this third, he should be able to cancel it with speed roaches against non-speed roaches, and he might just push the pedal to the metal and just go for it here.
Yeah, I'm actually, yeah, here we go. Big round of roaches. He's just like, the pressure. Oh, yeah.
He's got to remember the overlords, though.
Yeah, definitely. As he is supply blocked, he's like, yep, pushed it a little too far for 3 overlords.
This roach being super annoying at the third base, it will get taken down by all of Kipi's roaches, just to make sure.
Yeah. I mean, looking at units wise, 22 roaches to 12, and definitely a difference in +1, as well as
Speed.
Yeah.
I mean, gonna be tough here to hold for BeRad. The supply count pretty much tells the tale, as Kipi just has a small worker advantage, but he's gonna pressure this third. I think it's certainly canceled here. I'd be shocked if BeRad lets it finish.
Yeah, quite honestly. So Kipi just going to split up. Ooh, actually going to pick off a handful of these roaches for free, which is quite nice. And yeah, the hatchery will get canceled, and now BeRad is like, oh crap, I've got units.
He goes, I need more spine crawlers.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, Kipi going in here, going to try. Ooh, actually, full surround going. BeRad in a decent position. Is there enough, though? Kipi with that +1 doing a lot of damage, and with more reinforcing roaches, I think BeRad is definitely going to have to start to think about tapping out.
Yeah, it's about the worst fight I think Kipi could have taken, and he still is winning it pretty convincingly. I mean, those spine crawlers were just attacking pretty much the entire time. He focused the roaches before the spine crawlers, and the Lings got the surround, and Kipi still powered through and takes the win.
Yep, so GG's going to get called, and Crossfire Gaming's Kipi is going to go ahead and take that win. So that is pretty much going to wrap up the games for the evening. So we have a 3-2 split. Liaison, what were your thoughts?
Well, I thought both teams really played very well, and it's kind of a consolation prize. It's kind of what's nice, I guess, about this format where you play 5 regardless, because Crossfire takes what would have been really a pretty convincing loss and turns it into just a 1-point deficit at the end. And in a long season like this, I mean, maybe it's not the most encouraging situation that could have happened for them, but it's certainly, something to take with them to move forward.
Yeah, definitely. I would say that they've definitely got a lot of potential on their team, and it'll definitely be interesting to see how they continue out throughout the season. So congratulations to Imperative Gaming for taking the 3 matches over the 2. So 3 points will go to them. Obviously, they don't get any special reward for winning, but they obviously get more points than their opponents, which is helpful.
Right, certainly a marathon season, so it's nothing to get super excited about yet, but it's definitely something where, obviously, if they do this every week, they'll be in pretty good shape. So
yeah, so shout out to to both teams for playing very, very well. Thank you, Liaison, for showing up and doing this with me. It was a pleasure casting with you.
Yeah, absolutely, my pleasure as well. I really enjoyed it, obviously, and really looking forward to hopefully popping up on this stream quite a bit more in the future.
Yeah, so where can people find you at?
Well, I am on Twitter at DJ Goffman, Goffman, but really most of the time just in Starcraft on liaison.446 if you want to give me feedback, always looking for feedback. And obviously a big shout out on my end to my clan, the Confederation. They're really indirectly the reason why I'm here in the first place. So big shout out to them, and yeah, that's what I've got. What about you? Where can people find Cha0S?
Well, if people want to follow me on Twitter, I am at SC2Chaos with a 0. So I cast for Thunderdog eSports. They were kind of my first entrance to the casting realm, but now I also do casting for No Dice Gaming, as some of you might have seen on the No Dice Gaming Invitational that was all last week. Had a blast casting with Tempo and just some very epic games, like unlike any that I have casted ever. So
yeah, it's not every day that you get to cast innovation,
Revival, Tasia, Puck, symbol.
You're certainly getting spoiled over there.
Yeah, like holy cow. So I hope everybody enjoyed this evening's cast. I know Liaison did a great job. I hope you guys thought I did okay. But yeah, so Thunderdog will be on next week. I do not have the team